Deepest recession since the Great Depression. You've been singing that since '09. This is Palm Beach County, where it's considered a scandal to be caught in an old body style. So find another excuse.
What about brokers, Vic?
You know, no broker sells a car without bringing a customer to a dealership first. This showroom, this lot, it's our advantage. If I thought being a broker was the answer, I'd be able to cut my overhead way down. And the first one to go would be my sales manager.
I love it when we start late. Doesn't leave time for that rah-rah crap.
Hear that.
Maxie, want to hit a couple of clubs tonight?
Oh, man, kind of tired.
How about we just grab a couple of photies, head back to my place, and marinate?
Oh, man, gonna take a rain check on that.
Everybody, this is Ronnie. If he looks familiar, that's because he's been a customer. And since you guys don't wear name tags, Rusty, Max, and Howie, he's not here to start today. He's just kind of taking everything in. Now, I really need you to pay close attention to these guys, especially Rusty. Now, guys, I don't need to tell you how dead it's been. I mean, that's why I need you to start working the phones, call your B-backs first, then go from there. I want to see customers. How many appointments we have today?
2. Both are Rusty's.
All right, you know what? No appointments, no ups. And I want real prospects. Don't give me your aunts, your uncles, and your cousins. And who the hell keeps putting, hey, would you blow me in the book? Hey, if you don't get anyone to show, you don't get on point. Now, I hate dropping the hammer, but you'll leave me no choice. Now we're opening in 20. So let's get out and move some units. Howie, let me know when Dick Macklin gets here.
Got it. You know, I don't think he liked when I asked if he had any good horse tips.
That's because you were talking to Dick McAndrews. He owns all the high-end steakhouses. I heard about that. Macklin owns the thoroughbreds.
Who's he again?
Tall, bald, 60s.
Birth defect.
It's called a mark, moron.
Right.
You're the one with the defect.
You really a native? Born and raised?
I still don't know why Vic hired someone with no experience.
I barely had any and I got hired.
Dude, that's because you're half Jewish, like this island.
What'd you say to him in the interview?
All I said was I wanted to make a lot of money. That and I could pass a drug screening and have no DUIs.
Yeah, well, that doesn't guarantee anything.
So what'd you used to do?
I have a business degree, but I never used it.
Great. So now this job's all about piss tests and pedigree. Ooh, looky. Hey, watch me close this.
Hi, Poppy.
Heck, I may even sell a car.
First off, I want to sincerely apologize for his comment. I instructed my service manager to fire him immediately.
Well, I would hope so. But what would possess a man to say such a thing?
Look, I really don't know. I mean, me personally, I would describe you as middle-aged, and I'm sure you weren't born out of wedlock.
Even so, are these sort of references common around here?
What? No, I mean, absolutely not.
Horse stick is here.
Oh, my God.
Well, folks, stay.
No, we're leaving.
I need you to sign off on this for me.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah, go.
What's Rusty's problem?
Oh, man, it's nothing personal. He's just a hardhead from a band who think there's too many guys out on the sales floor.
I'm gonna need a second.
What makes him so good?
Oh, just watch them. Now, you know they're intimidated because they're staring at a car in the heat. We have the same model inside on the showroom floor. Now, to control the conversation here, probably start with, are you interested in this model? They'll say, oh, we're just looking. That's when he comes back with, last time I was just looking, I wound up married. Ha, ha, ha. Next up is the introduction and the handshake. He'll shake hers first, then his. Pump it a couple times while slightly turning and pulling. It's another control technique. Now here's where he reeled them in. He'll say, follow me. Then he'll turn and walk away and won't look back. And watch, they will. Because it's human nature to do what you've been told.
I'm impressed. With both of you. So why are you the top salesman here?
Because I'm sick and tired of kissing rich, white ass. And especially now with all these blue bloods walking around with blue books, looking to pay just slightly above invoice. I tell you, if the commissions wasn't so good, I'd go back to selling beaters to brothers with bad credit in Boynton. But again, it's nothing personal.
Excuse me.
Got the whole back page like you wanted.
Good. Gotta keep our name out there.
Says you two go way back.
Jesus, that's my brother. Well, half-brother. He's the only thing to come out of my mother's second marriage.
Been a while.
Sure has. Ladies and gentlemen, may I introduce to you the once famous and now infamous reality TV producer, Forza de Flores, a.k.a. Phil Flowers.
Which do you prefer?
Hers. What's your name?
Vanita, she's my assistant.
Vanita. Are you bi?
Excuse me?
Are you bi or multiracial?
Multi.
Would you mind if I imagined you being bi?
What shows have you done?
Ever hear of What Would You Do for Money?
The one that totally degraded people, stripping them of all their dignity for the shot of a little fame and money?
Everybody watched that.
So, how long are you gonna be in town for?
Not sure.
What have you done since?
Don't even go there.
I did a voyeur-themed webcast that chronicled the lives of mentally challenged adults in an assisted living residence.
You did total retard?
Let's go for a walk.
So how's the family? Mom told me you and Danny have been fighting a lot lately.
Not since she took the kids and moved out. She doesn't like it down here. She says she misses New York.
Cold weather or high taxes?
Family, friends, you name it. She's even threatened to take the kids back.
Jeez.
Look, things wouldn't be that bad if I was banking it. I came here on an offer of owning a piece. Just haven't been able to bump the gross.
Well, guess what? I've got a proposition for you. I'd like to shoot my next show here. An upscale car dealership in Palm Beach would be a perfect setting. Focused on an attractive working class staff, trying to make it on an island full of the ultra rich and privileged. Throwing some serious product placement. Well, that's my pitch right there.
You are not going to make a fool out of me.
Oh, no. It's not that type of show. It's strictly a fish out of water docudrama. And the best thing is, we would own it. We'll shoot the pilot out of pocket 50-50. The right to work state would be so cheap.
The owner will never go for it.
What are you talking about? You're the one who taught me that this business is all about publicity. What could be better than having your own show? You could take your end out of the advertising budget. Think of the exposure. Just go to your boss. Tell him about my background.
I can't.
Why not?
Because I don't think he'll be impressed with a guy that films a bunch of people with Downs trying to play Scrabble.
Here's the price. $32,000 car, $2,000 value package, $3,000 rebate, $9,000 payment.
Coming in hot.
What'd I tell you? Mull by 10, decline by 10:30. Here she is.
Daddy.
Hey, kids. Hey, sweetie.
Canceled all my credit cards?
Key word being all. Vanita, can you get the kids some soda, please?
I can't believe you.
Yeah, well, I don't like shelling out 18% compounded interest, especially on 3 potential one-ways to JFK.
So that's how you deal with it? How am I supposed to pay these utilities?
Said by 11, you owe me lunch.
Was I part of a bet?
Danny, you're free to go back, but you're not taking the kids with you.
Oh, so now you're Don Corleone?
Only when I have to be. Now, if you'll excuse me. Maddie, you gotta pick it up. Corporate's bitching about the drop in repairs and oil changes.
Maybe it's just me, but aren't you supposed to sell them before you can service them?
Turned his life completely around.
I know. Did a 180.
360.
No, 180.
It's a 360. Didn't we just agree he turned his life completely around?
Connor's on line 1.
Kevin Connors, the corporate controller. To what do I owe the pleasure?
Just wanted to let you know we picked up the 5-year option on your lease.
Really?
Management company just emailed the confirmation.
Well, what landlord would want to lose a good tenant?
None that I know of, especially when there's a 20% escalator involved.
What?
Kicks in 90 days.
20%? Whatever happened to the cost of living increase?
Vic, in your zip code, that is the cost of living.
My tax already $2,000 a car.
Don't know what to tell you. I'm just a bean counter. But it sounds to me like you're gonna have to get creative.
If we shoot it and it gets picked up, we're probably looking at cable, so not a lot to start.
It's not a lot.
Honestly, that depends on the network and the ratings. But I'll tell you this, my 3rd season of What Would You Do made a $20 million profit.
Yeah, but what about the actors?
Cast members.
Cast members.
Again, that depends. But the Hoes and Real Housewives are up to 30 grand.
An episode?
And with you double dipping as talent and producer, well, let's just say the only place Danny will be taking the kids is to private school.
Look, I can't promise anything, but why don't you put together a business plan?
Wow. I didn't come down here to hit golf balls and eat mahi. I want my career back. So please, do what you can. Or I'm gonna start scouting dealerships in South Beach.
What do you think, Meg?
The layout is perfect. There's gonna be plenty of room to maneuver the camera.
I like the sales school board. I think we can work with the competition angle. Getting a feel for it?
I like what I see, but I don't want to get too attached.
Relax, Greg. They're gonna go for it.
Hope so. You didn't buy me a return flight.
Listen, my brother needs us more than we need him. Sales are down, wife and kids just split. He's on the balls of his ass.
All right. Look, anything gonna be off limits?
You know me better than that.
So we're sticking with the recipe.
Formulate, manipulate, humiliate.
Sounds like neither one of you is gonna give in.
You think?
That's what happens with two strong-willed, spirited people. Look, if she was a sheep, you wouldn't have married her. Or at least you wouldn't be happy.
Do I look happy? Hey. I'm sorry.
Hey, mind if I chat with your staff? I want to get a feel for a potential cast.
Long as they're on break.
Well, since you're already on.
No. The only thing I hope you produce is a kidney stone.
Ow. Sounds like someone's dropping an egg.
Hey, she's complaining constantly that I work too much. Bet she loves spending the money. I can't figure her out. She's like one of my kids' giant jigsaw puzzles that I gotta put together. Upside down.
You ever think there might be more to this? I'm just saying, look at the timing. This town's full of people she's met who summer in New York.
What do you think? Bitter black liberal with disdain for snobby white clientele?
Overdone. I see a right-wing Tom who kowtows to their every whim.
You're right. Picture him right up their sphincter. You cool with that?
And I'm out of here.
1,500 for the pilot.
I gotta bring my shine box too.
Funny.
What happened? And some cracker just made me an Oreo.
Here, you have an interesting past.
I guess
You want to tell us about that?
I lived off a trust till I was 72. Then my parents got suckered into a Ponzi scheme.
Madoff?
Stanford.
Wiped out?
Just about.
Move back home?
I live alone.
Wow. Former pop collar cokesucker forced to sell the same Nazi sleds he used to squire his plastic socialite bitches around in.
Congrats. You're in.
Thanks.
What's your story?
Scott, I'm the F&I manager.
And?
And I've been here 3 years.
Personal stuff.
Well, I played football for Notre Dame, married a beautiful cheerleader, and we have twin boys, both of which are mentally challenged, but...
Never mind.
Who's who?
The guy you're flying up to be with. He's a sugar daddy from the beach club. Huh? How about the tennis pro? You know, the one that looks like a well-done steak? He was saying something about him going to the Hamptons.
How could you even suggest that? Unless you're feeling a little guilty.
Me? I'm as loyal as a seeing eye dog.
You're more like a house cat. When you're here, you don't want to be bothered. And then when you do get out, you don't come back until late at night. You've even been neutered.
Well, getting snippy about getting snipped. I guess I should feel a little guilty for working so hard, so you're not denied anything.
I'll try to remember that the next time I reach for a credit card.
I think I can edit Dino into idiocy. No. I'm talking a full-fledged fool.
You really do a show about retarded people? They were all retarded?
No, a couple of them were Asperger's.
Gay, huh? Wait, you don't want to interview me first?
No. We've seen enough. You're in.
Getting by on my looks again.
Yeah.
So you're supposed to be the top salesman?
I am the top salesman.
Not if we shoot this thing.
He'd be our new number one.
Who's he?
He's perfect.
We found him at Hyundai.
I'm missing something.
Dude, you're too old. Top dog has to be sexy, magnetic.
I think I fit that bill.
Maybe to those fossilized turkey necks with their dried up meat wallets. But we're going for a young demographic. That's where the show's going, and that's not your character. No, I see you as more of the douchey Q, who, when threatened by a young stud, would do anything short of having coitus with Castro to prove he can still be.
Come on. You don't even know if he could sell.
Doesn't matter.
Spoke to Jack Hunley, and pending a review of the budget, got the go-ahead to shoot the pilot.
Great.
Hold on. A few stipulations.
Of course. Shoot.
Dealership can't be betrayed in a negative way so as to affect our reputation.
Goes without saying. Next.
You don't pressure anyone to say or do anything against their will.
Fine. Write it up.
And even though we're putting up half, we own 60 to your 40.
What?
That's the deal.
Does Hunley know about my success with What Would You Do for Money?
He also knows how radioactive you are in L.A.
Does he know we're family?
Why it's not 70-30.
I don't know. I mean, can you get him to move on that at all?
We're not haggling about a Buick here. That's it. Go think about it.
No need.
Oh, one other thing. You gotta shoot this with minimal disruption to our day-to-day operations.
Ain't shady, baby, I'm hot, like the prodigal son. Big up Bartolini, meeny, money, mo, and flower, you're the chosen one.